Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a Warhammer community article that went up yesterday. Now, I've been getting much more interested in Warhammer 40k over recent. I've started painting up some Emperor's Spears, and I've got some Black Templars Craftworld Eldar from Ulthwé, because I love Eldrad Ulthuan. And I've also got some Necrons on the paint table at the moment, so we're getting ready to launch some 40k battle reports and more 40k content on the channel soon. But what I thought I'd do is we're going to start looking at 40k news as well, because I'm becoming much more interested in the game, and I really would love to learn a little bit more as I watch and talk about the news, not only giving you the news as well and giving some opinions and talking about it, but also learning a bit myself about it, because I am, as I might say, probably a little bit new to 40k 9th. I played 7th quite a lot, and I briefly dabbled in 8th. Very, very early editions of 8th. I don't actually ever remember playing 8th with a codex at all for any army. I only remember the compendium booklets in 8th. So, coming back to 40k, anyway, they've got a little article out. Get the most out of these new codex orcs with these cunning combos. And so, of course, we've got the brand new orcs coming out. I mean, there's a ton of amazing miniatures in this set. We've got rules here, so does Smashier Squig. Smasher Squigs are bred for careening headlong into the enemy. These are the giant squigs that we've seen in the new previews and all that. The big ones, you can see the great white squig here, which is amazing. In game, they can cause a pile of mortal wounds to anything they charge. I mean, they seem, for me, to be doing exactly what squigs do in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. We get a bunch of mortal wounds when we charge with things like units like Boingrot Bounders, and Manga Squigs do lots of damage on the charge. We get things like the Squig Hoppers who do mortal wounds when they move over units in Age of Sigmar. So it's cool to see those sort of abilities that are synonymous with Squigs to me in a Warhammer Age of Sigmar setting being something that is probably going to get done in a Warhammer 40k setting. This makes Squigs cool. I mean, Squigs are just fun, and it's great to see more of them. In Warhammer Age of Sigmar, they're just a fun unit. They always have been, and even the ones in 40k, the ones I've seen, I remember looking at the little bomb squiggle when they first showed these off. They look awesome, and they just look fun. Orcs are fun. That's the best thing about them. So, Blood Axe's culture tactics. Each time a ranged attack is made against a unit with this culture, if the attacker is more than 18 inches away, then that unit with this culture is treated as having the benefits of light cover. Cool. So Blood Axes are the ones that are the sneaky. I believe they're the ones with snake bites with heaps of commandos in it. Blood Axes is something different. I may be wrong and forgetting my 40k history here. Anyway, it's cool. It's a nice rule. Light cover against some of the units if you're attacking more than a way. This makes, long range fighting really good. And if you can traverse that ground in the middle there nice and quickly, you can play this to your advantage really well. Units with this culture are eligible to shoot and declare a charge but not both in a turn in which they fell back. Cool, that's really powerful. I mean, the ability to fall back and then do something afterwards, like either shoot or charge, is really powerful. These abilities, once again, I look at Warhammer Age of Sigmar, this is just like retreat and charge, retreat and shoot to me. Really powerful. This gives your unit so many options if you're able to do this, so really cool. While some units might worry about obliterating their opponent in a single turn and being left out in the open and vulnerable to shooting, the Knob on Smasher Squig has a backup plan. If he ends up killing his target with a particularly good charge, his mount's momentum can carry him on into the next target. Awesome. Because, of course, you can't get shot in combat in 40k, so the ability to get into combat if you've killed everything with a charge is really nice. 1 CP, use this stratagem in your charge phase. After a Knob and Smash Squig unit from your army finishes a charge move, if there are no enemy models within engagement range of the model, you can immediately be selected to declare a charge again. Awesome. There's a model in Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and I'm sorry if I'm comparing to Age of Sigmar, that's where my knowledge is, but I'm finding the common points about this. There's a model called a Maw Crusher in Warhammer Age of Sigmar that can do a similar thing. You roll 8 dice and does a mortal wound on 5s, and then if it hits, it can and kills everything again and keep doing it until it stops. I've seen them go right around the table with it. It's really fun to see happen. Even if it's against you, it's just a cool thing to have happen in a game. And then, of course, we've got the Kilius boss. This is the new big boss. He's coming in the Start Collecting box, I believe. Now, what is it called? They're called Combat Patrol boxes. So we all know Orc Whoppers is a proper killer, and just how deadly can they truly be. So we've got Head Whoppers Kill Chopper. So Head Whopper Kill Chopper for some director is a classic Goth style. Then we add the Warlord trait, Might is Right, and the Relic. So this is a relic. weapon we can get. First of all, Might is Right. Add 1 to your strength and attacks. Nice. And then we get the relic here, ×2 strength, AP -3, damage 2, solid. This means it's going to kill, Marines in a hit, which is nice. And each time it's attacked with a weapon and unmodified wound of a 6, inflicts 1 mortal wound in addition. Nice. Can really use some solid damage with this weapon, which is awesome. The Beast Boss as well is a particularly brave fellow and surrounds himself with weird boys to channel his power of Gork through him with the Blessed Warpath and Fist of Gork psychic powers. So we're having a look at Warpath. Charge value is 6 if manifested. Select one friendly clan core or clan character with this 18 inch of the Psyker. Until the start, you can get an extra attack to models in the unit. Extra attacks, cool. That's just good. Fist of Gork, warp charge of 6. You can select one friendly orc character model that is within 12 inches of the Psyker. Until the start of your next Psyker phase, add 2 to that model's strength and attacks. And if the result of the Psyker test was 11 or more, add 3 to both. Really, really solid. I mean, this is what I like. Orcs are clearly meant for combat, and all these buffs are just buffing up in combat. This is good rules. If you're doing something well, stop trying to make rules and stop trying to find rules that do other things and add them to your army. Just keep doing what you do great. I think this is just something in building an army in general. I don't think it matters what game there is. If your army does something really well and it struggles in a particular phase, instead of trying to get something below average in that other phase, further push and rely on what your army does really well, I think is always a great way to look at the game. Now we've got the sneakiest gits. So these are the new commandos. We've obviously seen a bunch of these come out in the Kill Team box. So we've got throat sliters each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack. If it's within 1 inch of a terrain feature, add 1 to the attack's wound roll. Nice. Very, I guess, situational, but there's a lot more terrain on boards now in the game, so this could be really cool. And once per battle, when the barrier is selected to fight, you can treat models in this unit as if they're in 1 inch of the terrain feature. Oh, cool. So Distraction Grot effectively allows them to get that once per game at all times. So cool. That's a really nice benefit. I mean, this is a really iffy benefit that you only get sometimes, but I like the idea that the Distraction Grot can allow you to get it at least once a game, which is really cool. Best of all, fielding the Blood Axe. So I was wrong. It was the Blood Axes. While a friendly Blood Axe commander unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time this model in the unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the attack's hit roll. So Boss Snitrock boosts your commandos, which is really cool. Really, really solid. So there's some really fun rules in here. I like a lot of what we're seeing from the orcs here. This is great. Like I said, I'm looking to hopefully get some battle reports up by the time the Black Templars hit. Working on some Emperor Spears at the moment. We'll have Necrons and Eldar and some Black Templars already. I've got some Harlequins as well. I know that's Craftworld Eldar and Eldar in general still. But some really cool stuff there. What do you think of the new orcs? Are you in on them? I mean, if I didn't have some other priorities at the moment, I would certainly be all in on these orcs. They look absolutely amazing. But if you're all in on them, let us know what you think of all the rules coming out, and let us know what you plan to do. I'd love to hear from everyone on what they're planning to do with these amazing new orc models. Well, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine community here at Cinderful Gaming, you can do so by coming and joining our Discord, of which there is a link in the description of the video to go and join. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by Patreon, YouTube members, or by going and purchasing some merch on our Teespring store. You can find the links to all three in the description of the video, once again, to Patreon, YouTube members, and to our merch store on Teespring. But also, we'd like to give a special shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So, thank you to our patrons Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynet226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollin, Becca Kinski Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. Thank you as well, a special thanks especially to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel. An absolute legend of a person. And then thank you as well to the legend that is Xmorphic. He does so much amazing work in the background of our Discord server, making sure everything works and looks nice and pretty there for us all to enjoy. So that's enough said from me though. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.